If we critically analyze the poem, we see that it is very beautiful yet with immense powerful language. The poem talks about the action of the wind. The poet asks the wind to come softly without shattering and destroying the fine creation of nature. The poet feels terrible and requests the wind not to break the shutters of the windows, not to scatter the papers and throw down the books from the shelf. But the wind throws the books and tears the pages. The poet says that the wind makes a mockery of weaklings. It brings down frail houses, crumbling doors, rafters, and even weak hearts. It crushes everything that is weak. The only way we can defeat the superior is by staying strong. The poet advises us to be strong, even though we become vulnerable many times in our life, but every time we fall weak, it's important for us to stand up, grow stronger, and fight all the difficulties coming in our way. The poem is basically personified. It actually conveys the idea that nobody cares for the weak. Our bodies and hearts should always be strong. It is a way of the world to kick the weak and to be friends with the strong. The wind blows out the weak fires but makes the strong fires roar and flourish. We must make ourselves strong to become successful and overcome the challenges in life. Now if we talk about the background of the poem, we see it talks about the adversity of the life, that we human beings face at every stage while growing up. The poem is personified. It basically talks about how the strong winds destroy the creation of Mother Earth, which are fragile. It breaks the shutters of the windows and scatters the papers and throws down the books, tearing the pages. It basically shows its harsh and arrogant nature to the weak, since it's very easy to stand strong in front of the weak and feel superior. But on the other hand, it gives shape to the strong. It nourishes the strong and can never destroy them. The poet talks about how weak people break down easily and strong people emerge adversities. Now talking about the structure of the poem, some literary devices had been used. First is anaphora. In rhetoric, an anaphora is a rhetorical device that consists of repeating a sequence of the words at the beginnings of the neighboring clauses, thereby lending them emphasis. For example, don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf, you tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. The word don't and you repeated sequentially. So this is the example of anaphora. Next is personification. It occurs when a thing or abstraction is represented as a person, in literature or art as an anthropomorphic metaphor. Here, wind has been personified. Lines 6, 7, 8 start with you. Here, you is referred to as a wind, where wind is treated as a person. Next, third is alliteration. As you were told, in literature, alliteration is the conspicuous repetition of identical initial consonant sounds in successive or closely associated syllables within a group of words, even though spelled differently. For example, don't throw down the books on the shelf. The sound has been repeated. You tore the pages of the books. Again the. Next, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a process of creating a word that phonetically imitates, resembles, or suggests the sound it describes. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Crumbling is a sound as well as a word. So this is onomatopoeia.